Greetings, friends. Dr. K here, and I did it. 18 days of water fasting. 12 days was the previous longest I'd ever gone, and this was 18, and I feel amazing. It was definitely a great way to kick off this 108 days of self-care. So I'll update you on the other aspects of the self-care and then get back to the water fast real quick. So the other things that were important for me to do during this time was preserve my nighttime and morning routine. So my nighttime routine has been kind of day planning for the following day, both in terms of what are the most important tasks that would make the following day successful, as well as generally outlining, scheduling when I'm going to do what. That I had sort of done a lot of in the past, but what's been different, in more recent times is I've also left my phone here in my office. So I don't take it to bed with me. I don't do any of that stuff, which allows me to just properly unwind at the end of the day, get really high quality sleep, which is super important, and then wake up the following morning, and this is where it's really key. Wake up the following morning, do my brushing the teeth, all that good stuff, come in, meditate for a bit, journal, where I'll go through those goals again. I will really take an inventory of what I'm feeling, energy-wise, plan my day in terms of, hey, if things go off kilter, how do I fix it? And then only after I do all that stuff, time for myself, do I then look at my phone. So that all has been in place. The sleep has been great, as I mentioned as well. And obviously drinking a whole lot of water. The other thing that that's part of the self-care plan is obviously exercise. And in the earlier days of this water fast, I did go out for walks and that sort of thing. But as the water fast went on, I was a little bit more sedentary, just because it was, you're tired. You get winded very easily. Not that I was a lug. I didn't lay in bed. I probably should have a little bit more, but it was more a matter of just honoring where I was at. Now, the following phases, exercise is obviously going to be a big aspect of it. So 18 days of water fasting, what did I learn? Well, let me just get this out of the way. Did I lose weight? Yes. You're going to lose weight on a water fast. That, in my opinion, should never, ever, ever be the goal. I've been there when it was the goal. And yes, it works exceedingly well, but it doesn't set you up for long-term success if weight loss is your goal. It's not a matter of losing weight. It's a matter of maintaining weight after you've lost it. That's the really hard part. And there's so many other great benefits of water fasting, but if that's your one goal, I wouldn't recommend that. That's a question I've been asked quite a bit. The element of being able to quiet the mind deep into a water fast is astoundingly powerful. I don't know about you, but I've got a little chattering voice in my head that goes on all the time that used to be very self-critical, can still be, but now I have tools in place to kind of acknowledge that and let it be, although it doesn't happen as much anymore. But it's still there. The little voice that's just analyzing what's going on, right? That I can just say, shh. And it's gone. It's gone right now. All I hear is my own voice talking to you. That's it. I can't tell you how awesome that is. And my goal through this 108 days of self-care and beyond is to figure out how to maintain that without having to be in a fasting state the whole time, obviously. So the mental clarity has been great. One thing I talked about on my Instagram stories is that I did have to call a little bit of an audible. Obviously I was, like I said, I was medically supervised throughout this process, and my blood pressure did come down a little bit. It was never high to begin with, but it still obviously came down a little bit. And my blood sugars actually stabilized around the 65 to 70 plus range. So that was good to see as well. I never got into a state that I felt like I was very hypoglycemic or anything like that. The audible that we had to call was from a bowel movement standpoint. I've done enough fasts in the past to know that, yeah, still around day 4, I'll probably have a bowel movement, and even deep into a water fast, you'll still have a bowel movement eventually. I was not having that, and I didn't know exactly why at first, and then I kind of realized that the water I was drinking I hadn't remineralized it enough. So what I decided to do was to supplement with magnesium and a few other electrolytes just to keep my balance in place. Now, the reasoning behind that, in nature, if you are fasting on water, you're going to be drinking clean spring water that's going to be rich with minerals. No such thing here. We really do a number on our water sources here, and then strip it, then try to remineralize it, all these things, and you're just doing the best you can with what you have. So once I did that, the bowel movements were good, and as the time went on, I would say the one thing that I would improve next time for me is to truly set aside time where I'm not working on my business, I'm not working, doing other things, and where I can really just relax, just read books, watch documentaries, just lay and rest the proper way that fasting should be done. I did some of that, but certainly could have improved my experience by doing that. So what's next? 18 days of fruit. That's what I'm going for. At least primarily fruit, definitely raw plant food. The question coming out of a fast is, how do you properly come out of a fast? Well, you have to go slow. Your body can typically tolerate one heavy meal. This could be at any time, really. The problem is, at least for somebody like me, that is a gateway for piling on more and more calorically dense meals time after time, and that never ends well. But one thing that I've noticed coming out of every fast is that there's one thing that I want more than anything else, and it's grapes. Grapes, yes. When I came off of my 108-day juice fast, the first thing I wanted was grapes. And that is the plan. So today, the first day of phase 2, 18 days of fruit and raw food, is grapes. I'm just going to have grapes today. And I'm going to track about how much and try to keep it so that I'm not going too high on the calorie scale, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Actually going to see how I feel and maybe go to yoga class tonight as well. So that's the goal over the next 18 days. I will be traveling. I'm going to a conference this weekend. There's going to be travel involved. How do you maintain a fruit-only lifestyle as you travel? You plan ahead. You bring stuff with you. And those are all things that I've got to figure out here. And I'll be sharing along the way what that looks like when, just head over to my Instagram, check out the stories. I'll be updating there as well. I have been updating on this water fast quite more frequently there. It's just easier. So that's where it's going from here. I'm very happy with how things are going. And what I'm even happier about is just I've had some amazing messages from some of you just sharing your experience with fasting or sharing your experience with relationships. Again, this channel is all about creating health through optimal mental health. I believe it is critical to address things like emotional eating and mental health, to address things like confidence, to address things like relationships, along with fasting, juicing, plant-based nutrition, other things that I've used to create optimal lifestyle, both for myself and for my patients. That's where I'm at. I'm really excited for the next phases. So if you're eager to learn more, just hit that subscribe button, click the bell to be notified when I post new videos. And I will also do more of those informative videos like the water fasting benefits video that I did last. So thanks again for your support. I'm Dr. K. Remember, in case nobody's told you today, I believe in you. I believe in your greatness. I'm proud of you as well. Until next time, take care. Day planning for the following day, including